being here. I'm just very grateful to have this amazing crowd. Thank you. So this is sort of, it's our second anniversary. So we've been here for 2 years. Yay, thank you. But we decided to actually, rather than just celebrating ourselves, we really wanted to celebrate the entire industry. And so that's how this sort of came about, is we want to be supportive of the future of design in Austin. And so what better way than to bring together these amazing folks to chat with you, but also everyone here is part of the future of design in Austin. So just a little plug to go and visit our video booth when you're done. Kat is going to be manning the booth, and we would love to hear your thoughts. We're going to hear some of their thoughts for a little while, but this is about all of us. So please pop into the video booth when we're done and just do a quick 5-second, 30-second, give us your thoughts on what you believe the future of design in Austin is. And we're actually going to put this together over the course of the next 6 months and produce a video for the community. And what do we think it needs to be? What do we think the opportunity is for Austin for the next 10 years, for the next 20, next 30 years? So my name's Anita. I guess I should have started with that. Anita Erickson. I'm the founder of the Marketplace. And our mission is really to bring the design build ecosystem together. And we provide the space to let you discover new interesting products, but also do things like this. And that's important to us, to be sort of a catalyst in the community. I am actually not a designer. My background's in marketing. But I am passionate about design, and I'm passionate about all of y'all who do that. And so we want this and what comes after, which I'll talk about in a minute, to be really serving all of you. So our mission is to bring more products to the market, which we know we all need, but also to help you support all sorts of interesting, unique, high-quality product brands and services here in one place. And our vision is that Austin is a world-class design destination. So hence this discussion. I think we're on our way. I think we have some things to do. So, there's a lot of work for all of us, but I think we're kind of on our way. I mean, several of you guys have mentioned the world is watching us. And so let's raise up to that. Let's be worthy of that. And what do we need to do? Again, this discussion is not an answer. Your vision is not an answer, but we need to start by asking the question. What is a world-class design destination? So we basically are kind of like co-working for products. So we have 13 brands right here, right now, who represent themselves here, from Bentwood to Homeva, where you can meet with these guys here. This is, in some cases, their only showroom. In some cases, it's a satellite showroom, but they're all really committed to being in the middle of the design industry. And so I'd like to ask any of our partners, our vendor partners, to stand up. Some of them are already standing. Wave. And thank you so much for supporting us from the very beginning, most of you. And we really look forward to bringing more products in. Specifically, we actually have a couple exciting things coming in. MF Home is importing Brazilian furniture, artisan Brazilian furniture, and they were supposed to have their product in this week. Stuff happens. But they will be in the first week of July, so, stay tuned. We also have Allied Gallery, which is going to be bringing in all sorts of samples so that while you probably eventually want to go out to their fabulous showroom in Liberty Hill, we're going to have samples here so you can make some of those decisions here. And then we also just added Closet Factory, and we're very excited to have them here so you can make some selections. And then we've got several others in the works. So, and we also are very grateful to our investors. We are actually self-funded with 18 investors So I'd like for our investors to stand up. Thank you all so much for believing in this project and helping us all move the industry forward. I would also like to thank our sponsors. So we have Time Insurance. Where's Camille? Oh, there she is. Yes, hi, Camille. So be sure and stop by and talk to Camille about business insurance, all the insurance stuff. Like, we all need it. So talk to Camille. And also, sorry, I'm having a brain fart. My accountant. So Accounting Elements. Where's Lara? Lara is both an investor and sponsoring, so if you need an accountant that actually knows quite a bit about the design side of the industry, she works with a lot of creatives, please talk to Lara. And so the big picture of what we're trying to do here is really create a design district for Austin. I think a lot of you have heard me talk about this for a very long time. I think a lot of you, relate and are excited about it, but we feel like there's an opportunity to take what we're doing here and grow it in a very comprehensive and cohesive way and really bring us something that is Austin. I mean, we're going to be talking about this a lot. It's Austin. It's global. It's sexy. It's creative. And I don't know exactly what form that takes. I mean, it takes a building, it takes some property, and we're looking for property. But we're going to be asking all of you to give us feedback on what does a design district look like in Austin. Doesn't look like Dallas, doesn't look like Houston. We want to bring in new interesting products. We also want to raise up the local. So there's a lot of opportunities. So we're very excited about the future. Don't hold your breath. It takes a while, couple years, but I will keep you all in the loop. And so with that, I would like to introduce our esteemed panelists and ask them to share their design journey. And then we'll get into some juicy questions. And then we will do, if we have some time left at the end, we'll do some Q&A, and then we've got another hour afterwards. So if we didn't get your Q&A done and we don't get through all the questions, please come up and chat with our panelists and chat with me. And again, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lara Hallock. My design journey actually is on the editorial side. So I'm the Texas editor at Lux Interiors and Design magazine. If you're not familiar, please pick up a copy. There are a couple of covers sprinkled around you, and we've got a couple previous cover stars and big section stars as well on the panel. Before this, I was editor-in-chief at Austin Home magazine. I'm an Austin native, so this is all really close to my heart. I feel like I've spent a lot of my career just trying to celebrate and boost up the design community, and I love that my position now, I have the chance to kind of have a larger platform where I can express how wonderful Austin is to all of Texas and all of the country as well. So that's me.
Hi there, I'm Liz MacPhail, principal and founder of Liz MacPhail Interiors, and I would describe my design journey as kind of a meandering path that I didn't intend to forge, and I think I probably missed like a couple guideposts along the way. I come from a family of really entrepreneur, business-minded people, and so that's what I originally went to go do, studied economics and finance actually. Missing the fact my mother was an interior designer, it just didn't occur to me. I also painted my bedroom 4 or 5 times before I left for college, but I just didn't see that as, it didn't relate to me as a job, which is weird. I don't know how I missed that. But anyway, working in New York City, I was studying at Parsons, and I think, creativity is just sort of like water, it's going to find its way, whether if that's in your blood, it's going to come out. And so I was sort of expressing myself in that way. I moved to Austin 20 years ago, which is remarkable to say. Very different town, but still I can feel the parts that are truly authentic and integral to Austin. But yeah, I continued studying once I got here through the Academy of Art, and my last classes were 8 months pregnant with twins and a 2-year-old at home, and it just sort of launched. I did my own work first, and that became my portfolio. And I have a really strong memory of my husband cooking in the kitchen at the time, and I said, people started asking me if I could create what I was doing for myself for them, and that's kind of how my business got going. And I remember I was like, what do you think about Liz MacPhail interiors, And he's like, sounds good. And I'm like, Helvetica or Times New Roman, I was Helvetica. 14 years later, I have a 5-woman strong interior design firm, predominantly in Austin, but projects across the country, and an updated logo.
Which is Sarah, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Hey everyone, my name is Can Cakmak. I'm with Icon Project and Program Manager over there, and we do 3D printed homes. So we design and print our homes, and we also design and fabricate our own 3D printers. My design journey, my background's in architecture, so I spent a lot of my career in New York and Boston and sometime in London working at architecture firms that did large-scale projects. Majority of that was spent in New York City, working for a firm called Raphael Vignoli Architects, where we did a lot of global design competitions. Some we lost and some got built. And it was an incredible experience. And sometime into my career, I thought about my architectural thesis, which is this really exciting moment exciting and terrifying moment as a student. But it was on affordable housing and how to bring innovation into housing, especially specifically for construction workers in places like Dubai at the time. That's what it was framed around. So reflecting on that, I realized I wasn't doing what I was passionate about, and I stumbled across Icon, which is this super exciting intersection between design, construction, and technological innovation. So been there for 3 years, done a number of different things at Icon, and it's just been a great experience trying to solve how we build homes.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm with Coexist Studio. I'm also a founder and partner at Coexist with my husband and partner, Frank. My design journey really I actually started off as a psychology major, which really comes in handy in residential design. We do residential design and we do boutique commercial, but really I was very interested in how we as people interact with the world and how we see spaces and understand them. And so I've always loved design and architecture. So as I was going the psychology path, I realized I really missed out on that part. And I really thought I need to go more towards my creative side. So I went to school for architecture, and when I graduated, I worked at a firm in Los Angeles, and we worked on art museums. I worked on the Art Institute of Chicago and the Grand Rapids Art Museum. There we got to work with curators, understand art, and how there's an intersection between art and architecture that's really important, and how we occupy and see space. And so through that, as we grew and I got pregnant with my son Asher and we moved to Austin, Texas, there was an opportunity there. And as Frank and I grew our firm, we really started to understand that there was a real importance in understanding the empathy and how people experience space and how we design things, but then also that intersection of art and architecture. We're not just designing objects in space, but we're designing occupiable artwork that can change lives and how we experience our lives and make it better. And so that's really become the design philosophy that we now kind of work through, is a very humanistic approach. And it really came from a lot of different pathways, right? This intersection of the thought of psychology and art and architecture. I think that's what makes architecture or any design field strong, is the intersection of a lot of different fields together.
Hello. First of all, thank you, Anita, for hosting us and for putting this together. I remember when we were working together some years ago and we would talk about this idea, and it's just remarkable to be here.
And I was schlepping rugs.
Schlepping rugs. Yes, that was the thing at the time. My name is Kate O'Hara. I am the CEO and creative director of O'Hara Interiors, a luxury design firm here in Austin, also with locations in Dallas and Minneapolis, and also a co-founder of an area rug company that Anita used to help us with. My journey through design actually started, my background is in marketing, but I grew up in design because O'Hara Interiors is a firm that was founded when I was a child by my mother. And so I really grew up with a very keen sense of how design could be personal and why it was personal and how it changed how we live, how we gather, even how we rest. That was always very clear to me, although my career path at the time probably was not. And so when I stepped into, I've been with the firm for about 15 years, but when I stepped into leading it 6 years ago, I really stepped into my new role with two key objectives. One was to honor the legacy that my mother created, and the other was to pick up all of the opportunities that I could just see lying before us and find ways to transform the business and do that without losing what makes us special. And so that's been my journey and goal, and it's really led us through having offices in multiple locations, having a larger team, and also even exploring different types of design from residential to commercial. It's been a real privilege to take our very focused residential private residence roots and see how we can take our process of a personalized, intentional approach to design and apply that in more commercial spaces as well. And that's been my journey.